Guys, thank you so much for being here. This is the freest I get to be. I can't speak freely on social media anymore. I can't even speak freely at home anymore. Like, my wife is sick of the language that me and my friends use, and now there are words that we can't say at our place. Like, we can't say the word pussy. It's a gross word to her. She does not want to hear it. And we can't say the word bitch either in our home. Which is fair. Like, I'm not firing that from the hip when I get home. Where's dinner, bitch? You know? I know my role. But those are the rules. I can't say pussy or bitch. Anyone who comes over cannot say those two words, pussy or bitch. The good news is when my dad comes over now, he's got to call me either Zack or son. That's great. We're settling in. I like this. This is fun. Okay. I'm going to tell you something that just happened today. You know, I'm not a poopy, farty comic. I promised myself when I started stand-up I would not joke about poops or farts. But today was one of the weirdest experiences of my life. We just got a squatty potty and I thought it was the real deal. You know, like I went to it thinking like, all right, time to poop, you know? I didn't. But then, you ever have these where it's like it's all gas, but you feel like you have a big, it's like, oh man, I was ready for the fucking fight night, but we're shadow boxing, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not sparring, I'm here to fucking knock someone out. So I go, I sit, and I let it go, and it was the longest, loudest noise that's ever come out of me. And I've screamed in pain. You know what I mean? Like, ever come out of any part of my body. So I let it rip, and it was just this, like, fucking symphony. And my wife across the apartment goes, I'm not sure, let me check. And I'm thinking, what does she think my butthole said? Like, what? And then she went, 2 minutes went by, she went, no, you're good. And I'm thinking, like, did it ask, like, hey, I forgot to check the weather, was it raining outside? Like, this is my butt talking the whole time. It was loud. There were a lot of vowels. There were consonants, you know, like, a lot of vowels and consonants. We knocked out almost the whole alphabet. I don't want to be a fart poop joke guy. But if you got to announce my fucking fart in the beginning of a Wheel of Fortune game, the world would be ready to solve the puzzle. You know what I mean? Like, I think we got it. You know what I mean? Like, the words have been said. I just went to one of those bars where the bartender's mean. Have you guys been to that? Like, it's like a theme. It wasn't just the guy working that night. It was like, hey, this is our thing. We're rude and we want to ruin your day. We're assholes. Like, I walked in, I was like, hey, what kind of beers do you have on tap? And the guy's like, well, there are the taps. I was like, okay, dude, I'm having a hard time with life right now. What's your problem? You know, it's like, whoa, relax, it's just our thing. It's like this rude bartender thing. But the funny, it hurt my feelings. Like, I cried and I was thinking, like, I can drink and cry at home. I don't need to come to this bar. That's what I do. You know, that's like kind of my wheelhouse. But then I went to an Italian deli and I was in line to order a sandwich and the woman in front of me at the deli went, can I have the number 2 sandwich without olives? And the guy at the deli goes, no, next. And I was happy. I was like, oh, this is the culture. Like, it's a real thing here. It's not a game. This is like, that's their family. And I equated 2 haircuts. Like, I have 2 options for barbers. My barbers are either like a scene from Training Day. Like a pit bull chewing on a couch, fucking hip-hop bumping. I'm like, are we allowed to be in this room? And some guy's like, you next? You know what I mean? I'm like, I guess I am. Or a 1920s speakeasy. And that's it. And it's like a guy with a twirly mustache, and he's like, would you care for a libation while you wait? No, I do not. I always go training day cholo fucking trap house. Always. Because I know that's real. I know that's a real culture. I know the guy with the pitbull chewing on the couch has to take the pitbull home. And it chews on his couch at home. You know what I mean? And he listens to the rap music that we're listening to. At the 1920 Speakeasy, no. They get off work and they're like, fucking thank God. Like, I get to pump some metal or whatever, you know? Like, if the 1920 Speakeasy was more authentic, I would actually be into it. Like, if my barber was like having a hard time with women having the right to vote. And like, absolutely no Irish allowed whatsoever. And if a fight broke out and he fights like this, like, all right, like elbows down, fists up, and I'd be like, okay, dude, like you're my barber now. So that's how I decide. I can't decide on my style. I don't have a barber for my style is like ethnically ambiguous, fucking, I don't know, like whatever, how much you want to pay. You know, like that's my personality in a barbershop. I don't know my style. I wear skateboard shoes because I like how they fit, I like how they look. But recently I had some skater kids call me out. I was like standing at a bus stop, which is already near the lowest point in my life. And these kids roll up, this gang of skater punks, and one of the kids rolls his board up and he goes, hey, this guy's got skate shoes on. Do a flip, bruh. And the way this little white kid said, do a flip, bruh, with like not an ounce of doubt in his eyes. Like he was confident. I shattered. He's like, do a flip, bruh. And I panicked and I pulled my phone out and pretended I had to do something. But I was just swiping home screens, like I couldn't even pick an app. And I got into stand-up to have these quick comebacks, you know, to be like, yeah, I'll fucking destroy this. But I end up just having shitty comebacks in, like, my own bathroom. You know? It's like at home, like, oh, do a flip? Fucking, like, a week later. What's that, dude? I'll be right up, honey. You know what I mean? Like, it's not cool that way. No one calls me out for any other shoe. Like, no one, when I'm wearing running shoes, no one's like, hey, fucking run a marathon, bro. You don't have to be a pro for any, like if I wear basketball shoes, no one's like, hey, cheat on your wife, bro. You know what I mean? Any NBA fans, they all cheat. They're not loyal husbands. I think we all know that. I'm half Moroccan, I'm half, it's North African, but I'm half Arab, and I'm proud to be half Arab. Thanks. I'm proud. Because full Arab would be, whoa, that's like, I gotta wait so long to get on my flight. Just get me through the thing. No, my mom's from Morocco, and I'm grateful for her because I'm the first American in our family. Like, she came to this country to build a better life, and I'm so grateful. She put us in every extracurricular activity because they didn't have those in her village. So she loved them. Like, she loved we did soccer, swimming, tennis. One year me and my little brother did a theater camp. Thank you for laughing already. My mom thought it was a good idea. You know, at least she thought it was a good way for us to get beaten up that summer. She's like, okay, let's make it interesting, you know, theater camp. But the coolest thing my brother and I learned in theater camp was the art of stage fighting or stage combat, which is where you fake beat the shit out of each other and no one gets hurt, but it looks real. Like, they taught us this move where I could grab my brother by the head and fake knee him in the face. But no one's getting hurt. I was just slapping my knee and he would whip his head back. It looked like I murdered him. And we were like wrestling WWF fans back then. We loved this move. We'd be at the grocery store with our like Muslim mom standing behind us. We'd be rehearsing it. Like I would do the announcer voice. I would knee my brother and be like, "Oh my God, he's dead!" You know. And my brother would pretend to lose consciousness in the cereal aisle. And my Muslim mom would be like, "No, it's a joke. His eyes are open. He's not dead. Don't take me back." You know. Fast forward, end of that summer, my mom sent me and my brother to Morocco for the first time on our own. We're staying with family, And I don't know if any of you have family members with a language barrier, like where you don't speak the same language. It is impossible to get to know each other. It's just base words. That's all you have to work with are base words. It's like, hi, sit down, eat. It's good. Oh, I love you. All done? Go away. Good night. Like, that's it. We're out of words. You have to go home. It's like they know 5 words of English. We don't know any Arabic because we're American. We're like, meet us halfway, learn our language. That's how we party abroad. You know, like, motherfucker, bathroom. You don't know bathroom? But I actually tried to make it work. I worked those 5, like, I was working base words. I was talking to my family. I'm doing all the talking. I'm like, oh, Morocco is good. I love Morocco. I love it. For me, Morocco, number 1. Number 1 Morocco. For me. And my brother's standing there like, dude, what is that racist accent? Just do English. What are you? But I feel like if I ethnic my English up, like it helps, you know? It's like more respectful for some reason. I'm like, instead of saying like, oh, I'll take this chair, it's like, I will sit here, you know? And I'm working it, dude. Like, I'm like, couscous? Oh, wow. Couscous for me, food, number 1 food. Couscous number 1. And after 3 hours of me just pointing at shit and saying number 1, my little brother gets bored and he's like, dude, let's show him the fucking... Cut the bullshit. Let's bring these cultures together with a fake knee to the face. So I'm like, yeah, we'll show them what we learned at theater camp. So we get up to perform. Language barrier hasn't gone anywhere. And it's rude to leave the couscous plate. So we're standing there performing for our family. And they're like, you don't like Morocco? We're like, no. Theater? Theater? Theater camp? No? Theater camp. No? Okay. Me and brother, showtime? Welcome. Okay, good. Good. And I grabbed my brother with everything I had. I swung that knee, and I don't know. I hit my brother directly in the face. Like, I kneed my brother so hard in the head, like everything I had. Hard. I don't know if it was jet lag or what. Performing in front of an Arab audience is daunting, as you find out. But I hit him with everything, like hard. Like, he's different now. You know what I mean? And I gotta live with that. He can smell emotions now. He can spot a fake diamond a quarter mile away. We're making it work. I'm Zack Chapaloni, guys.